In this video, I'm going to show another example to illustrate how to write a piecewise function and how to use it. A person works at $10 an hour for 40 hours, then at a rate of $15 an hour for any times afterwards. What is his pay as a function of time in hour? So in the first domain, from 0 to 40 hours, it's 10x because the rate is 10. Replace the 10 in front of the x. We don't have to add anything to that function anymore because we want the function to give us initial value of 0. At x equals 0, 10 times 0 give us y equal to 0. Now, for the second domain, anytime after 40 hours, it has a rate of $15 an hour. We need to use 15x plus something because 15x doesn't really give us the initial condition that is 400 left off from this domain. The first method is using the endpoint and add the 400, the y coordinate of that endpoint, which is 100 times 40, 400. That's the y coordinate of that endpoint. And then subtract the x coordinate of the endpoint from the last function, which is 40 hours, so that this slope 15 does not come into play until x is greater than 40. And when you distribute, so that becomes 15x minus 600 plus 400. That gives us 15x minus 200. Now method 2, you can find a b by plugging in the condition, the initial condition, which is 40, x equal to 40 hours, the pay is 400, the slope is 15, and you solve for the b. The b will give you minus 200. And graphically, it will look like this. From 0 to 40, it follows this slope, which is 100 over 10, which is 10 over 1, which is $10 per hour. And gives, when x equal to 40, it gives you $400. And then between 40 and 50, for example, I just stop at 50. And it shows it's a $15 per hour. It will give you $550 when it's x equal to 50. Now let's see algebraically whether it's showing that. He works 38 hours in 1 week. So you plug in using 10x because 38 is in between 0 and 40. 10 times 38 is 380. Second one, he works 50 hours in another week. So you should use this function here, 15x minus 200, because 50 is in between 40 and infinity. Plug that in, 50, and you will get 550. Check. So when you do the 40 hours, you get paid 400. The overtime pay is $15 an hour, and you work 10 hours, so it's 150. When you add these two numbers, it is 550.